We're going to start with grammar as usual. So go ahead and get out your grammar books and turn to page 19.
Oh yeah, like the grammar books.
Page 19 is where we're starting. Okay. And Thomas, I love your comments, but they sometimes are too much. So try to rein it in a little bit. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. All right. So page 19 is where we're starting. We're talking about a new clause today. That clause. I think we talked about the who, which clause before, but anyway.
That clause.
Yes, this is a, oh wait, hold on. I'm on the wrong page. We already did this one. Just kidding. Hold on, page 25. That was my fault. Page 25, because we already did 19 last week. Okay. Page 25, just kidding about that clause. We already did that. So now we're moving on to adverbs. And the adverb, an adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. And when I say modifies, it basically means it tells more about it, okay? So here we have an adverb tells how, or when, or where, why, or to what extent. And here are the questions on the side here for you to refer back to. If you're doing your homework this week and you forget, how do I identify an adverb? Go back to this page and ask yourself these questions. If you can answer one of these, then that usually is the adverb. That'll help you find it. So an adverb often ends in ly, and that is something we're going to start learning in our writing part of the class, is using ly adverbs to make our writing have more style. So that's one thing we're going to do. But anyway, in this book, we're just identifying which ones are the adverbs. So it says write adv above each ly adverb. Here's your example sentence. The deer carefully hid in a secluded thicket. Carefully is describing how the deer hid, right? How did the deer hide? Carefully. So we're going to write adv for adverb above the word carefully. And it's pretty easy to spot when it has an ly on it. Here again, an ly adverb dresses up writing when it creates a strong image or feeling. Look for ly adverbs in this book and write them on the ly adverb collection page, appendix 2. Now that's optional. But if you like doing things like that and you want to make yourself a master list of ly adverbs, please turn, when you do your homework there in the back, in the very back of your book, there is a place for you to make a list of adverbs. So you can, as you come across them, you go, oh yeah, I like that ly adverb. I'm going to put that on my list. And that way, when you're writing, you can use that list to help you. Okay. It's just optional if you want to do that. Noun of direct address. This might be new to you. A noun of direct address, which is the abbreviation, or these are the abbreviation NDA, noun of direct address, is a noun used to refer to someone directly. It names the person spoken to. It can appear at any natural pause in a quoted sentence. So remember, a quoted sentence is when someone is speaking. So here's the example. Robin, comma, tomorrow you will win the contest, his friend said. So when you're addressing somebody directly, that will help you remember that noun of direct address. You're using their name usually. So Robin, they're talking to Robin, and then there's a slight pause with a comma. So Robin, tomorrow you will win the contest, his friend said. This is another way it can fit in the sentence. You can start with the word tomorrow, Robin. You will win the contest, his friend said. So just worded a little differently, but still Robin is the noun of direct address. That's who they're speaking to. Another example, tomorrow you will win the contest, Robin, his friend said. So notice the different places they put that noun of direct address in the sentences. Any of those are correct, and they can go in any order. But I want you to especially notice the commas. Okay, we've got commas near the noun of direct address on all of them. So because a noun can perform only one function in a sentence, a noun of direct address is never the subject of the sentence. In these sentences, the noun of direct address is Robin because that is the noun used to directly address Robin. The subject is the pronoun you. So that's where it gets a little tricky because it still is Robin when they're using that word you. Robin, tomorrow you will win the contest. You is still talking about Robin. But in that example, you is actually a pronoun. It's taking the place of the word Robin because Robin is already going to be labeled as the noun of direct address. So the subject will be you in that sentence, not you as in you, but you as in Robin in the sentence. All right. Okay. And then the comma. There are some comma rules with this. A comma is used to separate items in a sentence, and commas are used to separate the noun of direct address from the rest of the sentence. So place commas around a noun of direct address. Here in this book, for your homework, you will be fixing this by adding commas to separate the noun of direct address from the sentence. Okay, and so here's your example. Robin, you should enter the contest, his friend suggested. So the comma goes after the noun of direct address. That is who the speaker is talking to. His friend is talking to Robin. Noun of direct address. Okay. Any questions about this page so far? You can just shake your head if you don't have a question. No questions. Okay. If you have a question, please let me know. This is a good time to ask questions if you have any. Okay. On the back of that page, this is page 26. Go ahead and turn to that page. And we're talking about homophones here. I think we mentioned it before. That a homophone is a word that sounds like another word, like exactly, but it's spelled differently and it has a different meaning. And so correctly use the homophones it's and its, your and your. Notice they sound the same, it's and its. One has an apostrophe, one does not. And then same here, your and your, they sound the same. One has apostrophe and one does not. And it's spelled a little differently. Okay, so we're going to be looking for that in our grammar from now on, those mistakes. It's without the apostrophe is a possessive pronoun. It's target. The target belongs to it. So that's well, let me keep going. The possessive pronoun it tells whose and functions as an adjective. That can be a little tricky because, you know, we do use an apostrophe when we have a possessive noun. Like if I say Joey's hat, right? I could say Joey's hat and put an apostrophe S because then the hat belongs to Joey, right? We use an apostrophe when we have a noun, like the dog's collar or the girl's hair or something like that. Okay, so you use an apostrophe, but when you have the word it's, this is when you do not use the apostrophe, only this time. When you have an apostrophe with it becomes a contraction. You guys know that. It's spring. It is spring. So it is. So when it's possessive, you don't need an apostrophe. That's the only time. Okay. It with an apostrophe is a contraction. The contraction it is a shortened form of it. It is and functions as the subject pronoun it and the verb is of a clause. Your, Y-O-U-R, and this one drives me crazy. I don't know about you guys, but I've seen this misused many, many times. Your without the apostrophe, Y-O-U-R, is a possessive pronoun. Your bow, the bow belongs to you. And in this story, we're talking about Robin Hood, right? Is this Robin Hood? Yeah, we're talking about Robin Hood. So his bow and arrow. So the bow, your bow, the bow belongs to you. Possessive pronoun your tells whose and functions as an adjective. Your with an apostrophe is a contraction. Your right is the same as you are right. So the contraction your is a shortened form of you are and functions as the subject pronoun you and verb are of the clause. So the way we're going to fix it in this book is to place a line through the incorrect homophone and write the correct word above it. So here's the example of how they're correcting it. It's trying to hide, but its antlers are showing. All right, it's trying to hide. It is trying to hide. And that's how you can test it, is to say it is and see if that fits. And if it does, then you have an apostrophe. But its antlers are showing. So that's the possessive. Its antlers belong to it. Here's the example with you're on your way to the archery contest. You are on your way to the archery contest. All right. Any questions about homophones? No, good. Okay. Moving on to the practice page then. Turn to page 27. Do I have any volunteers to read our sentences today? Any volunteers? Any cheerful volunteers? Any non-cheerful volunteers?
I'm uncheerful volunteering.
Okay, thank you.
Um,
Silas, go.
Robin immediately took offense and challenged the forester. Sir, do you see that deer at the edge of the wood? I bet you 20 pounds that I can hit it.
Okay,
20
nice.
pounds of what?
Right?
Metal?
Could be. We don't know. They use pounds in Europe, so maybe they're in Europe. I don't know. That's their form of money, but could be something else. Who knows? All right. Our vocabulary word is offense. Robin immediately took offense. So it also could be offense if you're talking about football, but it's offense here, meaning resentment or emotional pain, like when you're offended, right? Oh, I'm offended. Why would you say that, right? So offense or offense, that's what it means here. Robin immediately took offense to whatever the guy said before. He took offense to that. Okay, put a check mark next to vocabulary. Your articles, as you know, are a, and, the. Write those in next to the word articles and go ahead on your own, mark those articles with AR. So you're looking for a, and the, and I'm going to let you go ahead and mark it this time. There's
This one's very
4.
tough.
Oh,
And challenged at the very top.
okay. So and is not the article because it's an, but I have forester, the forester. That's the one I forgot. So the articles are a and the. Okay, so the forester, the deer, the edge, the wood. All right, now we're moving on to nouns. So Thomas, help me find some nouns in this sentence.
Nouns. Offense.
Offense, yep.
Yeah, offense. Sir.
Okay.
No, yes.
Yeah, that's correct. There's 8
Um,
of them, so there's a bunch in here.
Yeah. 8 of them, dang.
That's what it says.
You.
You is a pronoun, so keep that in
Ah,
mind. You're
alright.
thinking of person, place, thing.
Immediately,
Immediately is not a noun.
uh,
Remember
forest,
yes, forest. Or forester, is that what you mean?
yeah,
That's a person, so yes.
wood,
Person, place, or thing.
Wood, person, place, or thing, yes.
you,
You is a pronoun, so we're not gonna count that.
edge,
Edge, correct.
we get that down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 3 more actually.
I,
I is a pronoun. You can call a friend
pounds,
if you need to. Pounds. Yes, pounds.
20,
No. Thinking of person, place, thing. You're
Oh, yeah.
missing a person at the top here.
oh yeah, Robin,
Robin. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
took,
7.
no, not took, challenge, I feel
No.
like, no,
Let's see which one.
you, no,
Forcer. Edge. Oh, it's right here.
oh,
Here.
dear,
Yeah.
alright,
And you guys, if you already had that, good job, but go ahead and write that in. Those are the nouns that we have. Good. That was a long one. How about Davinia? Let's talk about pronouns. And actually Thomas helped you with that already. So what are the pronouns that you see?
You,
You, good.
I,
There's one here too. I, yes.
um,
Oh, there's another I here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one more. Did we get them all? You see, I bet you. Oh, there's one more. And I'll give you a clue. It's not a male or female related pronoun. It's a pronoun you would use for an object.
oh wait, why am I not muted?
Anybody else? You want some help, Davinia? Anybody else know what it is? A pronoun that takes the place of an object. Okay, Silas.
It at the very end.
It at the very end. And I saw Josh, Josh and Joey kind of move like you thought you knew. And it's okay to unmute sometimes and just tell me, or raise your hand like Silas did with the virtual hand. Or your real hand, that's okay too, because I'm looking at the camera. Okie dokie. Good job, Davinia. Okay, we need an adjective, and really there's only one adjective. So Silas, where is the, did you already go, Silas? I think you did.
No, I have not.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Silas. Where's the adjective?
Immediately.
That's close, but that's an ly adverb. So think about a noun like here, pounds. What word would describe like how many or
Oh,
what?
an adverb.
Yeah,
20.
adjective, actually. Adjective, yeah, 20. So remember, the adjective describes the noun, and the adverb is modifying the verb. So, and notice we have a bunch labeled already. So these next ones are going to be ones we have not labeled yet. So I'm going to go on to Joey. An adverb modifies the verb. Actually, you know what? Let's skip down because this will help you guys. Skip down to the subject verb pairs first. So, Joey, what are some verbs? Tell me some verbs you see in these sentences.
Wouldn't immediately be one.
No, that's actually the adverb. So keep that in mind. But you're looking for an action now.
Challenged.
Challenged, good, that's one.
Hit it.
Hit, yep, that's one. Can is actually a helping verb, so we're gonna label that as a verb too, so can hit. Hit is the action, can is the helping. There's another verb down here on the bottom part of this sentence.
Bet.
Yes, good. And then here, see, that's an action. And then do is a helping verb. So there's a lot of verbs in here. So do, see, those two are verbs. And there's one more at the top. Do you know what it is, Joey?
Took.
Yes, took. Very good. That was a lot. Now, for Josh, I'm going to have you look at these verbs, and then I want you to see if you can tell us who the subject is that's doing the verb. So if you look at the verb took, who took?
Robin.
Robin. So you can, this is the only time when you can label something two things, is when it's a noun and a subject, or it could be a pronoun and a subject. Okay, and then if you look at the next part of that sentence with the question here, sir, do you see the deer at the edge of the wood? So do and see, who's the subject there? Who is doing that?
Sir.
That's a good guess, and I would have guessed that too, but it actually is you. So remember when we talked about the noun of direct address? Sir would be the noun of direct address. So they're talking to the sir, but you is the actual subject, even though it's a pronoun connected to sir. Okay, that's the subject, you see. And then there's one more subject. Actually, there's two more down on the bottom here. I bet you 20 pounds that I can hit it. So the verb is bet. Who is betting? Who bets?
I.
Yes. So I is the subject here. And then can hit. Who are we talking about here again?
I.
I again. Good. So the only
Oh,
time
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, how long is this class? I forgot.
it's an hour, Thomas,
Oh.
every week, 1 hour. Okay. So the subject can be a pronoun or a noun as well. That's the only time you're marking two things. Okay, so that was tricky. We got that. Now that we have the verbs, and I think we already pointed it out. So Thomas, what is the adverb? What is one of the words that, and you're going to look.
Immediately.
Yes, there you go. Good. And it does have an ly that makes it easy to identify. So that is the adverb. And then coordinating conjunction. And I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Go ahead and write this acronym right here, fanboys. Remember when we talked about fanboys? Fanboys, each one stands for a word that connects the sentence. So words like and, or, yet, so. So these stand for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Each word in fanboys stands for a coordinating conjunction. So Davinia, what do you see? Do you see there's only one? What is the coordinating conjunction here?
And.
Good. And another clue is you're looking for something we haven't labeled yet. There's only a few of them in here. So we got that. Two prepositional phrases. So it's going to start with a preposition. It's going to be a word that's not labeled yet. So there's only two prepositional phrases. Joey, can you find one of the prepositional phrases? Look for a word that's not labeled yet and see if it's a preposition.
Is at one?
Yes,
At
it
the edge
is.
of the wood.
It's just going to be actually at the edge. Remember, it stops on the first noun. But then the second one is going to be of the wood. At the edge is the first pronoun, of the wood is the second pronoun. Prepositional phrase, sorry. So at the edge is the first prepositional phrase, of the wood is the second prepositional phrase. They both start with prepositions at and of. And then we do have one that clause. And remember, that one starts with that. So Josh, where's the that clause?
Towards the end.
Yeah, go ahead and read the clause to us.
20 pounds that I can hit it.
It actually starts with that. You're in the right spot. So you're going to just mark it with parentheses like this. That I can hit it. And then you're going to write the word that above the word that. I know it sounds redundant. It sounds like we're repeating that, but you will mark it that way in this book. Okay, so go ahead and write that above it. So Thomas, are you writing all this down in your book? Are you using your pencil and actually writing?
Yes, I am. I
All
am
right,
writing
good.
it
Just
down.
checking. Okay, good. So put a check mark there. Notice we have every word on our page now has been marked. That's when we know we're done. So the further down you get in your list, the easier it is to identify because whatever's left is usually what you're looking for. Okay, capitals, that's easy. That's Robin and Sir, I, and I again. Commas, this gets a little tricky. There's one that we need to put in, and there's one we need to take out. So the one we need to put in is right here. Remember the rule with the noun of the noun of direct address. That means when you're talking to someone, here it's sir, there needs to be a comma after sir. But if I'm talking to, let's say, Davinia, if I would start with her name, Davinia, I'd need a comma after that. So whoever you're talking to in writing, use a comma. And then there's a comma we need to take out, and it's this one. Remember the rule when you're listing things, and here you're listing verbs, took and challenged. If you only have two, you do not need a comma. If you're listing three, you do need commas in between. That's the rule. That's probably the first rule of commas that you learned. And then of course our end mark is just a period, but it goes on the inside of the quotation mark, on the inside of the quotation mark. All right, that was a lot, and you guys did great. And remember, you can go out of order in this market list right here. And if you go jump down here to find the verbs early on, that will help you find the other things as well. So that's just a little tip for you when you go to do your homework. Do you have any questions about anything with grammar today? No, you're good with all that. That was a lot. Okay. So, yay, we made it through grammar. Woohoo! Go ahead and put that aside. We're moving on to the writing part of the class. So, okay. For your homework this week, last week, I should say, you did the carnivorous plants. Remember when you guys worked on that?
Mhm.
Carnivorous plants. So go ahead and get out your homework page, which would have been your outline. I don't have an outline in front of me. I'm just going to have this here. But I want you to get out your outline and put it in front of you. Do you have yours already, Thomas, in front of you? Your outline for carnivorous plants.
It's right next to you. Oh,
Okay, good. Go ahead and get that out.
all right.
And you should have, I have not had a chance to check everybody's homework yet, so I will within the next couple of days. You should have a parent signature on there showing that you actually retold the story to someone in your family. Give me a thumbs up if you got a parent signature for that. Good. Okay.
I forgot. I did the other homework though.
Okay. So you got the grammar done, but you need to make sure to practice retelling the story to someone in your family and an adult, okay? So that you can practice that. So we're just going to take a few minutes right now and practice that with me in class. And you're just going to do 2 sentences, okay? So I want you to look at your Roman numeral 2 for carnivorous plants on your outline. You should have something like 583. Oh, just kidding. Nope, I don't have an example of that. You should have something about venomous. Hold on. Wrong page. Mayday. You should have something about like tropical pincher plant, New Guinea.
Can I use the bathroom?
Yes, you can. You should have something like that on your outline for Roman numeral 2 is what I'm looking at. So I'm just going to start with Silas. Look at your Roman numeral 2 on your homework page. What words and symbols and stuff, what do you have listed there for Roman numeral 2?
Am I muted? Okay, I'm not muted.
You're good.
I, for my thing,
Mhm.
wait, let me pull it up.
This is for
Wait,
your
that-
outline.
So for my Roman numeral 2, I put 583 species of carnivorous plants.
Okay.
Or, well, I put 583 species carnivorous.
Hold on a second. Are you on the right one? Oh, that should be Roman numeral 1, I think. Look down to Roman numeral 2.
Oh, oops.
That's okay.
I accidentally muted the page.
So do you know what you're looking for?
Just like, oh, I thought I already told the.
So you're looking at your outline and you're looking at Roman numeral 2.
Oh, oops.
And
Yeah.
then I want you to
I
tell
thought I
me
did
what
it.
words
I
you
didn't save
have
it.
for Roman numeral 2.
I think it just didn't save for some reason because I remember doing
Oh.
it, but
Uh-oh.
I can do it again.
Do you do it on the Google Docs? Is that how you do it?
Yeah. But mine has issues for some reason.
Yeah, just so you know, whenever you start on a Google Doc and you add to it, it changes the original. So you might want to make a copy next time when you're adding it to another homework assignment. Does that make sense?
All right.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go on to Davinia. Do you have your outline in front of you? Okay, so tell us what words you have for Roman numeral 2 on your outline.
different, and then a picture of the plant, like a
Okay.
symbol, New Guinea, and largest.
Okay, good. So using those words, just tell us a sentence. Look up at the camera and think of a sentence to make with those words. I mean, so look at the words, think of a sentence, and then look up and say the sentence like you've been practicing. Thomas, while she's thinking, don't change your screen, okay? Just keep it what it was.
I changed it like a minute ago.
Okay, Thomas, just keep it what it was. Don't mess with that, please. Thank you.
Different picture plants in New Guinea are the largest.
Okay, good. Nice. Okay. Let's try Joey. What do you have for your Roman numeral 2 on your outline?
I have tropical. My attempt at drawing the New Guinea flag. World's largest.
Good. Okay, so using those words, think of a sentence and look up at the computer and tell us a sentence.
Tropical carnivorous plants are found in New Guinea and are some of the world's largest.
Nice, great job. Excellent. Josh, same for you. What do you have for Roman numeral 2? What words do you have?
I have picture, and then I have a leaf, and then Guinea, and then I put a picture of of the world, and then largest.
Okay, good. And so using those, go ahead and tell us a complete sentence.
The pitcher plant in New Guinea are the world's largest.
Nice. Okay, excellent. You guys are getting it. So now we're going to transition from what we've been practicing as far as telling those sentences. And now I'm going to have you move on to the next section of the binder. So go ahead and get your binders out and open them up. Well, don't open them yet. I want you to move everything that you did with blue-ringed octopus and carnivorous plants. Move those things back behind finished compositions. It's right here. It says finished compositions, that tab. So keep your rings closed and then you move that tab over, and then that's where you're going to put it right back here behind whatever you have in front of that. You probably have there. My binder's a little different because I teach other classes too. So let's see. Oh, this is the first thing you're putting. So your binder won't have anything here yet. You're going to move these things right here, blue-ringed octopus, carnivorous plants, and then this page right here that says the overview and note making and outlines. Now you also have a yellow page like this. That's going to go in a different place. So just put these 3 pages, the blue-ringed octopus, note making and outlines, week 1, and then the 2 stories, carnivorous plants, blue-ringed octopus, and your outlines, both of your outlines. Go ahead and put that behind finished compositions. So you'll open your rings, stick them in there, close the rings. Big tip for you, close your rings. Every time you open and take something out or move something, close your rings. I have too many students that don't do that. And then their papers end up everywhere and it takes forever to organize it again. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you got your stories and your outlines behind finished compositions. That's the tab it goes behind. All right, thank you, Joey and Josh. Thank you, Davinia. Okay, Silas, good. Thomas is still working. You can keep working on that. This page, the yellow one, page 15, that goes in a different spot in your binder. It goes behind this, hold on. It's before this. It's one of the tabs before this. It's called Model Charts and Outlines. You see that tab? Models, Charts, and Outlines. You're going to put this right after that tab. So you're going to open up your binder and stick page 15 right there behind Model, Charts, and Outlines. Okay, good. I see Josh's thumb up. And Joey, good. Thank you, Silas. You getting it? Okay, Thomas, you're good. It's really important to take the time to organize your binder. I'm serious, because we're going to keep pulling things out and moving things around. And if you don't stay on top of it, your binder is going to be a giant mess. And then it's hard to find stuff. Okay, so now you're going to go back to your source text. We're going to pull out the next pages that you need for this week. So you're going to go right behind source texts. My page is different. Hold on a second. This is where you're going to take out Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Pages 17 through 25. So there's 5 pages you're pulling out. For some reason, I can't find my pages, but it should be right there. Pages 17 I know why. Here it is. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. 17 to 25. It should be these pages. It says disgusting or delicacy at the top, week 2. That's page 17. Take that out. Take 19 out, which is disgusting or delicacy. Take 21 out. And 23 out. And 25. So there should be 5 pages you take out. And I'll show you what 21 looks like. So you got two yellow pages too, 21. And this is 23. All right, let me show you one more time. Make sure you got them all. 5 pages you're taking out. Okay. This is the order it should be in. You're going to take this one out, week 2. At the top, it's the overview, disgusting or delicacy. Take that out. Take this one out, page 19, disgusting or delicacy. This is page 21, stylistic techniques. Page 23 is also yellow. It has unit 1 and unit 2. And this page that says unit 2 composition checklist, disgusting or delicacy, this is page 25. So give me a thumbs up when you got all those 5 pages out of your binder. Okay, good. And then you can close up your rings. Good. Thank you, Davina. Yay. Everybody's got it. How about you, Thomas? Did you get it?
Yes.
Good. All right. So this is the overview page, and we don't, like I told you before, we don't really use this page, but I still want you to keep it with these things that go with this story. So we're going to not use this page for right now, so you can just set it aside. We are going to talk about this one. Now, we're going to do something similar to what you're used to with the keyword outline, but instead of retelling the story verbally, you're going to learn how to actually write out the sentences. So I'm just going to read this to you real quick, and then we're going to talk about it for a minute, and then I'm going to help you set up an outline and show you how to transfer it. Disgusting or a delicacy. Most of us stick to common foods like chicken or beef, cheese, vegetables, and fruits. Raw fish, Japanese style, is now available in malls and airports of North America. In some countries, however, you may find even more unusual items prepared as food. A Cambodian specialty is tarantula, fried in garlic oil. Ah, nasty. A food seller in China may offer grilled black scorpion on a stick. A South Korean delicacy is raw octopus, so fresh that its arms are still squirming on the plate. Oh. Escamoles are fried ant larvae, a rare Mexican dish with a nutty flavor. You can even buy chocolate-covered silkworms from Thailand. So don't complain next time you are served eggplant or even sashimi. It's nothing compared to fried dung beetle or grilled seahorse. These are real things, by the way. So sorry, Thomas, if you're hungry and that's grossing you out. Has anybody eaten anything weird like that before?
I've had sushi.
I ate a
Sushi?
sour cream and onion cricket.
Ooh, yeah, that's a,
Ah,
was that Silas that said that?
Yes, it was.
Oh boy, what did you think? Did you like it?
It wasn't that bad if you got past the cricket leg stuck in your throat, making you cough for
yeah,
15
I
minutes.
had a cricket. I ate a cricket
That's
once.
nasty.
It tasted like iron.
Ew. Well, I guess if it has like seasoning on it, did you say it was like ranch or something?
It was sour cream and onion.
Sour cream and onion, so I guess that helps it go down. But note to self, if you ever eat
It
a
did not.
cricket, make
It
sure you
did
have
not
water.
help it. It did not. The
It
sour
did
cream
not.
and onion made it worse.
Oh no.
I've
Because you're
had
thinking,
fried calamari.
oh, you've had calamari before? All right. And calamari is squid, right?
Yeah,
Fried. What did you think? Did you like it?
it wasn't too bad.
Okay. I've actually had escargot. Anybody know what escargot is?
Ooh, yummy.
I had that a few weeks ago.
Ah, did you like it, Josh?
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I was scared at first, and I was pleasantly surprised. It actually, I was worried about the texture. I thought it was going to be like gummy, but it
Slimy,
actually was
chewy.
more like a bite of steak. It was actually meat texture. So it wasn't too bad, but I wouldn't eat that on my own just because. All right, go ahead and get out a clean lined piece of paper really quick. We're gonna make an outline with this. You guys are pretty good with outlines. So I'm gonna move through this kind of fast here because we're running out of time. So go ahead and set up your paper like we do with your name and your date here. February 14th, today's Valentine's Day. Let's see what time we got. Okay. Your outline, remember that we're going to call this outline a disgusting or delicacy. I'm just going to skip a line here and we're just going to put disgusting or delicacy. By the way, if you're not sure what delicacy means, it's basically, a fancy appetizer or something like that. So it's something fancy that you don't eat every day. And that's what a delicacy would mean. Okay, and then you can skip a line and we're going to go ahead and write out the outline format. In this one, there are 9 sentences total. So if we have the Roman numeral 1, we're just going to number down to 8. So I'm going to kind of change my plans just a little bit here. And you guys are going to work on your keyword outline for your homework this week. I'll help you get started with it, but you're just going to focus on trying to get through the keyword outline. And the next week, you're going to transfer that keyword outline into a paragraph. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So again, this is sentence by sentence. So pretty easy to do. The first sentence here, most of us stick to common foods like chicken or beef, cheese, vegetables, and fruits. So who would like to volunteer to help me come up with some keywords from that first sentence? Any volunteers to help me with that? Just looking at the very first sentence. Okay, Simon.
You guys are making me hungry.
I know. I was thinking that too. What do you think are some keywords there, Silas?
We could do common,
Okay.
chicken, beef.
Okay, I like it. Let's do that. Common, chicken, beef. And really, if you picked something else like vegetables or fruits or cheese, that's okay too. So you don't have to, it's not like a math problem where there's only one right answer. Okay. It's the keywords that you pick. So those are good. All right. How about, let me see, Davinia, let's look at the sentence number 2 here. It starts with raw fish. So it says Raw fish, Japanese style, is now available in malls and airports of North America. So what are some keywords we could put down, or symbols, you know, or abbreviations? What do you think we should put next?
A symbol of a fish.
Okay, I like that. Do you think we need the word raw? I'm wondering if that's key, because that is a different way of having fish. Yeah, I think so too. So let's put raw, and then a symbol of a fish is a great idea. You probably are better at it than me.
Japanese.
And then Japanese, okay.
Malls.
Okay, we only have one word left that we can use. So malls or airports. What if we drew a little airplane for airports? I like malls though. I don't know how to draw a mall, but we could draw a little, oh boy. Oh, that looks kind of like an airplane. You don't have to be too elaborate, you know. I surprised myself because normally I can't draw very well. So there you go. Anything else we could add to this? Like maybe another symbol or abbreviation maybe?
NA for North America.
North America? NA, yep, we could do that. Or we could put USA. Yeah,
But North America isn't just the USA. It's like USA and Canada.
that's true. All right, never mind. Let's call it. How about N and then AM, North America? Thank you for correcting me. That's true. It does include Canada. All right. So raw fish, Japanese, and we know that's Japanese style. We find in malls and airports in North America. Good, Davinia, those are good ideas. We have enough time for maybe one more. So how about Joey? Looking at the next sentence, in some countries, however, you may find even more unusual items prepared as food. What keywords could we put there?
Countries, unusual food.
Okay, good. I like that. Countries, unusual food. All right. So I'm going to have you finish this outline. We didn't get as far as I wanted to in class, but that's okay. You're going to finish this. And again, you're going to practice retelling this to someone in your family. And then next week, when you come back, that's when we're going to start transitioning into writing it. So go ahead and add on your checklist. This is the last time we're going to do this. Okay. Parent signature. And then draw a line. You're going to finish the rest of that outline by yourself. Tell it to somebody using our format. Remember, you look down at the words, think of a sentence, look up, say the sentence, same thing for all of them. And then next week, we'll start moving into writing it. Don't forget, you also have your grammar homework, which is pages, well, after 25, I think it was 28, 29, and 30 are your grammar pages that you're going to work on, those 3 pages that go next. Any questions about what your homework assignment is this week?
Nope.
You're good? All right, that's it for me. We're right at 12 o'clock. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.